I didn't realize this was happening today. No, seriously. I have pajamas on under this. Thank you to all the parents, teachers, and other supporters who have come here today to help us celebrate the graduating class of Harmony School of Ingenuity 2020. I am genuinely honored to be speaking as this year's valedictorian, and like any good Gen Zer, I'm going to lace this address with as many memes as I can. Where do I start? Well, it's been a long 4 years, the latter of which seemed to be the longest, ironically enough. I am saddened by the fact that many friends and family members cannot be here right now. My heart goes out to all the families of those affected by the pandemic. I feel very happy to be here in this moment, though. There are some times throughout high school that I didn't know if I would make it here, and I honestly owe it to all of you that I could keep going to make it to this day. High school can be one of the most challenging times. I mean this both physically, emotionally, but more importantly, mentally. I would like to thank the friends, family members, and staff members that gave me a support system here. Mental health is a conversation I think we need to have because we live in a time where I think mental health is more important than ever. It defines the state of well being, one where you can realize your own abilities, cope with the stresses of life, and still contribute to society. As simple as that concept may seem, high school really messes with that. I think I do suffer from anxiety and depression, and I think at some point in these past 4 years we all have. How could we not, with the state of the world being what it is? Every day we wake up to a cacophony of more death, disease, and destruction, and we're still expected to turn in annotations to Ernest Hemingway. I'm sorry, Miss Conley, I really hate that book. How have we done it? Cope with the phantasmagoria that we call high school. There's only so much that Quinceañeras or Riverdale or Doja Cat can do to distract us. It's no surprise to me that people then turn to drug use or underage drinking to try to cope. But that's not foolproof. One slip up, and that quickly turns to an overdose. Okay, then they think they can solve it with guns, a gun to their head, or even worse, to their classmates. We've all heard that story, and we all know how it ends. The cycle will continue. More death and more destruction. I'm not saying that we can solve all our problems overnight, but we can start the process of healing by starting a conversation. There's no problem with checking up on people. Talk to your friends. Talk to your family. Rant on your spam page. Trust me, you would much rather talk about someone in the present tense. I'd much rather talk about you in the present tense. That said, let me talk about you. Congratulations, my good people. Class, you have done it again. Let us marvel at the significance of this moment. This is a predominantly POC school and a predominantly POC class. And you, as part of that class, will be walking across the stage to receive a diploma. That's a big deal. Caucasian students typically graduate at a rate 8 to 12% higher than Black or Hispanic students. So by making it to this moment, you are not only breaking a stereotype, but you're more importantly changing the statistics. Yep. I hope that has a lot to mean that you're on to bigger and better things. Things that will continue to break the stereotypes. Because by breaking the stigmas down, you are shaping, molding, and building our world for the better. I would assume most of the colleges and universities that you have chosen to attend will not look like the community that we have here. For those attending PWIs, I would just say remain steadfast and don't forget where you came from and how hard you worked to be here. We've had to work even harder and overcome even more just to get to the same place. Believe it or not, college, even graduation, is a choice. You could have dropped out, fallen victim to the pitfalls of high school and our society, but you said you wanted to be here. You said you wanted this moment and you worked for it. Stay attached to this feeling, and I promise you will succeed no matter what you face. You will have this moment for life. You came from Harmony after all. Ah, yes, Harmony School of Ingenuity. You know, one of the funniest and most consistent occurrences is someone asks, "What school do you go to?" And you say, "Harmony School of Ingenuity." And they say, "No, where is that?" And you go, "Oh, it's off of Stella Lincoln Willow Bend." And then they say, "Oh yeah, I think I've seen it a few times." They've never seen it. I've been in Harmony for nearly 10 years. I've seen its ups and downs. I remember in fourth grade when we had lockers, and then they took the lockers away, and then in fifth grade they gave us cubbies, and eventually we got them back, and then this year they took them away again until the second semester, and they just gave us all our stuff in the trash bag. Half the ingenuity kids moved to the arts campus in middle school, and they moved back for high school, and then some of them got arrested. I don't know where I was going with that. The point is, I've been here a long time, and this campus has changed so much. Sometimes I sit and wonder, whatever happened to all the other Harmony OGs? The ones that made it out in time. I'm kidding. Anyway, I've had a lot of opportunities here at Harmony, and I don't know if I could have gotten them anywhere else, and I thank them for that. I joined the book club. I won some competitions. I won some science fairs, some STEM Fest awards. I joined HIPSA. I joined HOSA. They helped me make the grade. Those are some amazing opportunities. So yes, Harmony, thank you very much for all that you have done. That said, Harmony is so funny sometimes. Like Harmony can ask for our voices in choosing shirt designs that we'll never see because we're seniors. But then when we seniors say we want a traditional graduation, and like, Gates, Sci-Fair, Milby, all schools with huge senior classes, and they got some sort of outdoor graduation at the very least. Those are HISD schools. And I thought that's what Harmony was doing, following what HISD does. I do understand the pandemic we're in right now. This is an unprecedented time, and no one could have foreseen this. Harmony is doing what they think will keep us all safe. But as I mentioned earlier, this is a significant moment for everyone. Some people only dream of being able to graduate. And in a year like 2020, there are thousands who didn't get here. Thousands who will never get to experience this moment. And what's going on in the state of the world right now, I think that just shows how important it is that we properly celebrate our achievements. My good people, make your voices heard. Look around you. People all around the nation are standing up and making themselves heard. You may think something as trivial as graduation doesn't compare to other issues of the world right now, but it does. You've worked hard for this, and you deserve to have your moment. A moment that wasn't promised to many your age or even younger. A moment society says that you and other people who look like you shouldn't have. We still deserve our moment. When the dust settles, do we go back? Do we give us our well-deserved real graduation? Is there still a way later in the summer that we can have a real graduation? My fellow graduates, I think we should fight for that. That's what we voted for in the survey after all. Trust, there have been too many times where we let the moment pass. We voted for a traditional graduation, and we didn't get that. I know we've come to regret letting that happen, so we need to fight for a graduation. We've joined clubs and committees and leaderships. We've used our voices to vote for those leaders. If you didn't like how those turned out, and you don't like how this is turning out, we need to vote. I'm not sorry. It's human nature. I've been fighting for us a long time, believe it or not. When previous classes just let things be, I came forward and spoke up. Fixing our GPAs, petitioning for AP classes like statistics and biology, having field trips, giving out some of the courses that you have on you right now. I did my best to represent for y'all. But this is something that is bigger than me, and I need help from all of you now. Let's try and have a real graduation. All of you, parents, graduates, staff members, you all have a voice, and I hope you'll stand by us. My good people! Most of you are 17 or 18. By the time November rolls around, you'll be eligible to vote. I encourage you all to think about how you feel right now and go register. Go to the polls and use your power to change the world. I promise you, if you use it, it'll work. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, I really want to give some appreciation to all those we couldn't be here without. Thank you, Mother McKinley, for really taking care of us these last couple of years. I spent countless hours in your office, talking, crying, laughing, scheming, and plotting. You have adapted us our needs and hope swimmingly. I really don't think that I would be standing here without you. Well, I don't think I would be as happy standing here without you. You have been a blessing to me, my brother, our entire class, and we all owed you a huge thank you, and most importantly, a drink. Mr. Lynch, you've always been so fun, and I've loved being able to rant to you. Thank you. Ms. Fatine, Ms. Limerick, thank you so much for seeing the potential in me and making me the hips up poster boy. I genuinely loved every second of it. The Justines, you're lovely people, and you both give me so much excitement to come to class that you don't even realize. Thank you for the donuts and the grapefruit juice. Ms. Ghani, what's Ghani? You were one of the most favorite teachers I have ever had, and thank you for being so raw with me because you really kept me humble. Miss Syed, I have never had a teacher stress me out more, and I had Ms. Ghani for 2 years. Thank you, Principal Coley. I really want to give you a shout out as well. You really put the pal in the principal. Your office has really been a therapist's office for me. Guys, life hack. If you cry in front of her, you can get any chocolate you want. Or soda. It's foolproof. Trust me. I also want to shout out my friends and associates. I love all of you. Loanne, my rock, you're one of the only reasons that I can be here. Samantha, Ashley James, Angel, Christian, book club, HOSA, movie club. There's a good chunk of you and I have so little time. So if you weren't mentioned, I love you too. Even if I didn't mention you, just know you all played some part or another in helping me survive high school, so thank you all so very much. My family members, mother, father, aunts, uncles, grandparents, great-grands, thank you all so much. My sister Kendall, thank you. You set the foundation for me to grow, and I hope I've made you proud. And to Nikoi, my other half, the yin to my yang, the D to my dumb, my twin brother, you were always there. My good people, look around you and realize that we will never be gathered together in such a manner again. We are all moving forward in life and looking towards the future. I cannot wait to see how this one turns out for all of you. Express yourself, don't repress yourself. Streams say so for clear skin. Thank you. Mwah. Good morning.